Hello everyone. Today we're going to be starting the Pythagorean theorem again, and we're given a relatively simple question: find r. Well, let's start by trying to find r. So, using the Pythagorean theorem, we know we can do this because it's right triangle. We have our legs here at 7, which we could call A, and r, which we could call B. And opposite to the right angle is our hypotenuse, which we could call C. Therefore, we can use our formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, I have 7 squared plus r squared equals r plus 1 squared. And note that the entirety of r plus 1 is squared, not just r or not just 1. So, what can we do from here? Well, 7 squared is 49. R squared will remain r squared. And r plus 1 squared, well, if we were to expand that out, we would know that r plus 1 squared is the same thing as r plus 1 times r plus 1. Let me make that a little bit more brackety. And if we can remember our algebra, we'd have to multiply or distribute the r to get r times r, which is r squared, r times 1 to get r, 1 times r to get r, and then finally 1 times 1 to get 1. And that would finally equal r squared plus 2r plus 1. So now I can figure out that this r plus 1 squared is equal to r squared plus 2r plus 1. Now, what can I do from here? Hopefully you notice that we have r squared on one side and r squared on the other. So I can subtract r squared from both sides, and they essentially cancel each other out. So what do we have left? 49 equals 2r plus 1. And if I were to subtract 1 on each side, I would get 48 equals 2r. Divide by 2 on both sides, and we can finally get that r is equivalent to 24. And that is our answer using the Pythagorean theorem.